Good evening, folks, and welcome to another installment of Vincent Does IPT. So in this episode, we're going to be learning about how to create forms and reports on Microsoft Access. So we begin with a data set. That's where the forms and reports come from. So in this a database that I prepared from before, I start off with this data set, which is all the invoices that are over $500. So to present this data in a report, we can do two things. We can just design one from blank, or we can actually just we can actually just make one from a template that Access provides for us. So, for example, if we want to turn this into a report, we just go over to the Create tab and head over to Report, and Access will automatically generate a report for us. And it goes for the same way for forms. You click that tab, and Access automatically designs the form for us. So, and then if we want to edit this, all we have to do is click over to Layout View, which is we are already in, and this is where we can play around with it. We can move various elements of the form. We can move it around. That messed it up, but you know what I mean. We can just move it around. We can move the date down here. We can move the time down there as well. We can change the sizes of the columns, their widths, and all that stuff, but that's just all basic editing. Now, if you want to change the color, head over to Format, and this is where you can play around with the font color. So this turns it yellow. This maybe will turn it light blue. Up to you. It doesn't really matter. And most businesses like to add their logo to it. So this is where you would put the logo, and how to do that is you would go over to Insert Image and pop in your logo. Make sure that it is in the correct file format. It is in the correct file format, and that it actually fits. Because often with designing forms and reports, the actual interface is a bit clunky, resulting in these amazing white space. So you really have to be economical in how big you want your logos to be. Okay, so that's just basic editing from the ready-made Access template. So it's the same thing for forms as well. To edit that, just head over to Layout View, Format, change all of your change everything and whatever you want to change. And this will be basically a working form if you wish it to be like that. Okay, but the problem with this is that it's really basic and it doesn't look that good if you don't personalize it and make this form your own. So to make it a little bit better, we're going to design a form customized for us. So we'll just get rid of all this. Right? So say for this business, which is a made-up teppanyaki restaurant, let's say that we want to input the details of a new customer, and we need to make a form for that. So what we do is we go to Create, head over to Form Design. Okay. Now to populate this table, oh, actually no, not from here. We'll start again. So we'll just go to Create Form. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome back. So we're gonna go, instead of form design and blank form, we're gonna go to Form Wizard. That's how we're gonna make a form today. So let's say we want to input the names of a new client. Of course, we're going to be heading over to the relevant table. That's where the data is going to be inputted to. So if we want a new customer, it's going to be put into the clients table. And from here, we select all the fields that we're going to be putting data into. So of course, you would give your name, you would give your surname, you'd give your street address, your suburb, your phone number. And since we're a restaurant, we're gonna be using very restaurant specific fields. So since this is a teppanyaki restaurant, we actually allow the customers to pick and choose their preferred chefs. So we're gonna head over to We're gonna head over to the special requirements table, because that's the relative field that we want, and this is where we're gonna put their preferred chef. So now all these fields are going to be present in the form. Okay, so once that's all checked, we're going to click Next. And this is just where you want to order your form. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but we're going to go clients table because that's the main table we're going to be working with. Okay, and this is where you would pick the layout of your form. The more traditional one is a datasheet style, so that way it would mirror. Actually no, columnar is pretty good too. So we're gonna go columnar instead of datasheet because datasheet looks a bit more like the actual database itself, and columnar would sort of make the data inputting less intimidating to the customers, which we would assume would not be as well versed in IT as we are. Click next, and yep, we're just gonna title our form as new customer, and yep, and we're gonna go finish. And so here then is the basic layout of the form. So this is the actual form view. So this is what the form is going to look like. But once again, it's still looking pretty basic. So we're going to go on to the design view to edit to edit the form itself. So we're going to change this. It's looking a bit too basic, so we're going to bring that to the middle. Right? Oh my goodness, go away. Bring that to the middle. Change, so that's the heading. We're gonna decrease the size of the heading. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna go on, let's say quickly just change the color to something a bit darker, dark black, background, something to reflect the background of the logo. We're gonna go, that's too pink. Mardi Gras over. Let's go red, there you go, blood red. We'll give all these nice bold highlight. There you go. We'll give the background yellow, obvious, and then yep, that's looking pretty good. Let's add the logo. Let's add the logo. Never mind. Let's just add the logo from here. We'll chuck in the logo. Whoops, chuck in the logo just there. Whoops. See, now this is why I stress the importance of having the right size logo. So this is obviously too big. So let's resize that. Size that down. There you go. Okay, cool. That thing's been stretched all the way down here. Move that up. So yes, so you can actually move the various elements of your form by moving the headings of the field of which they're in. So that's the new customer field. We'll just move that across. So there you go, new customer, and we'll just move the box here. Let's decrease the size of that. There you go. That's new customer. New customer. Input. Okay, we'll snazz up the title a little bit. There you go, new customer input. That's it. There you go. Cool. So now there's that. Now there's the problem of the preferred chef. Okay, now the problem with the preferred chef is that this business has many chefs to choose from, and the customer really can't be expected to know the names of the chefs, especially when they're Japanese and they have a really complex way of spelling the name. So the best way to ensure sound data, validated data, is that you would introduce a validation method, and in this case it would be a drop-down box so that you could choose the actual chefs from the business, and that way any spelling mistakes would be eliminated because they have to choose from the list. So to get that, we're gonna create a drop-down box. So we'll just delete that real quick, and we're gonna head down to this. These are all the command controls. So these are basically buttons that you could put into the form, but we'll get to that later. So the one that we want is the one that has a combo box. So this is the one, combo box. We'll click that. Click that, and we'll make the combo box just around down here. And there we go. Now we'll edit it. So to create the combo box, just click next. You want the combo box to get the values from another table or query. So this allows your data to be valid. This allows your data to be valid because the data that you're getting, the values that you're getting for this combo box is going to come from your actual database. So click next. So we're going to head over to the table that has the list of chefs. That's in special requirements, and we're going to head over to the preferred chef. So we're going to have we're going to select that field. Next, Head over to preferred chef, ascending, yep. Click next. And therefore and then you have the list of all the chefs. So we're going to click next. And we're going to store the value for this field in the field that it reflects in the form. So in that case, it's going to be the preferred chef because we had that list of preferred chefs from before. Yep, preferred chef and finish. And we're going to label this field preferred chef. There you go. Preferred chef. So now we have a combo box, and the customer can now, from there, pick the chef that they wish to work with. Okay, so that's done. And now, you know what? Let's spruce up the background a little bit, make it look a little bit better. We're going to go background. Let's add a background color. We're going to go, what about light orange? There you go. Something a little bit full of life. So there you go. And let's give the top some color as well. We'll give it light blue. I'm just chucking some random colors here just so that you can get an idea. So that's yellow. It's looking like the bathroom tiles of a Bondi Beach change room, which is cool. Okay, so cool. So there's that then. But the whole purpose of this form is to input data. So we're going to add the save record and add record buttons. So we're going to get just a basic rectangle, to form the shape of the button. So we're going to have one there. And we're going to add a command to that. So we're going to add the command. And welcome back. I clicked the wrong one. We're going to head over to this one instead. This is the actual button. The actual button command. So we're going to create our button there. And it's going to open up a new command button wizard. So for this one, we are going to go on to... So basically, these are the various operations that you could use. So here's record operations, form operations, etc., etc., etc. But since we want this to be an input form, we're going to go over to record operations, and this is going to be add new record. Okay? Basically, the text is going to be add record. It doesn't really matter for this section. And we're gonna be labeling this button just simple add record. Cool, and that's our button. That's our button. Oh, it's not showing up. What's this? This is interesting. Oh, okay, I guess we'll just add it from here. This is gonna be our button. Okay, right, so... why isn't it... Okay, guys, sorry about that. So, it turns out we actually had to do something here. I neglected the fact that this will result in a picture. So, we're just going to click text, so that the actual text is going to come up on the button. Next, yep, and just label... the button add record, voila, good. And we're gonna add another button to actually save the record into the database. Just gonna click save record, make that text. Next, we're gonna be save record, finish, and there you have it. So that's gonna be our form. Cool. So that's the form designed and edited. If we head over to the form view, bam, we can now use this to add people into the database. So for example, Vincent, send show, the form functions. Thank you.